All right, let us begin our routine, this simple heart-focused breathing technique. So let us place our awareness in the area of the heart and take slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart, breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Just deep, gentle, flowing breaths. Breathing in through your heart, from your heart, and experience this regenerative emotion of just deep calm. And when you do this, you begin to feel every cell in your body rhythmically moving like gentle waves. As you take these slow, deep breaths and visualize them flowing in and out of your heart, and take it gently, slowly, and deeply. There is nothing to rush here. Just take your time with these wonderful, gentle breaths. And experience these flowing in and out of your heart. The heart that controls 90% of your automatic functions in your body. Slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Beautiful. Notice if your shoulders are moving up and down. If they are, just be mindful that it doesn't need to be. Everything should just feel gentle, almost like your heart is getting a nice massage from your breathing. Deep inhales and deep exhales. Take a few more deep breaths just like this. Make sure you place your awareness in the area of the heart. And that is the key in the entire corpus of the breathing techniques, is that awareness in the area of the heart as you take these slow, gentle, deep breaths. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to catch up on the chats. Good morning. Thank you, Anar, for letting us know you can hear me. And good morning, Michelle. You're from Los Angeles, so you're 1 hour behind us. So it's 8 a.m. in the morning for you. Thank you so much for joining. By all means, just type in your questions as they come up. And today's topic I wanted to discuss in the next 5 minutes is lifting the fog and getting clear. And this topic, I pick topics when I have my clients experience something and then they find a breakthrough solution. And I always rush to share these breakthrough solutions for everyone. And so this is no different. So I had a client that I'm working with. And this particular client, and I work with clients on a personal level in terms of personal coaching. And I also work with clients who are running big businesses, medium-sized to small-sized businesses. And this particular client was running this business, and she was expressing to me how she couldn't think clearly, how she felt her entire people around her were just there to get her, or were angry at her. And there was a lot of fogginess in her thinking. Now, as a business person, or even a person who's not running a business, if you've got foggy thinking, there's a lot at stake. If you're a mom or a dad, you have your children at stake because you can't afford to think with foggy brain. Business owners are no different. They can't afford to think with foggy brain. There are lives involved, and there are individuals involved, and there's money involved. And we've all gone through that. So what is the one thing that we do when there's fogginess? When we see fogginess, the first thing that comes to our mind, and because our brain is wired in this way, the first thing that comes to our mind is the fear of something going bad. We never actually anticipate a pot of gold at the end of that fog. We always think about monsters behind that fog. And that's a natural reaction. That's how our brains are wired to protect us. So what we have to do, the one simple approach, what we have to do to break through the fogginess is first check in with our fears. When you tackle the fear within you, the fogginess lifts because you will see right through the fog. Because all we're fearing the worst case scenario, whereas you've survived this far in life. Do you think the universe is going to let go of your hand now? The fogginess in your brain comes from you having a lot of fear. And to get clarity, you should practice the heart-mind alignment technique that you're learning here. So, for example, the first time some fogginess hits you, just take those slow, deep breaths. We just went through a nice practice of the slow, deep breaths. So just take those slow, deep breaths and just visualize them flowing in and out of your heart. As soon as you do that, then you still are one half of the way there. Okay, so as soon as you take the slow, deep breaths, you are one half of the way. Second thing you must do is to now experience the calm and ease. And it's tough to do that when you have fog around you, or where your thinking is not clear, because your brain is wired to actually go to that dark place. So you can actually reverse that. So the next time fogginess comes in, that you don't have to go to the dark place, you can actually go into this breathing technique. That's how firefighters do it. That's how your emergency responders do it. They don't panic when it comes to situations where there are unknown things, and neither should you. You have a lot at stake. You're running a household. You have you have children, perhaps. You have responsibilities with others. It could be business, or it could be at work, or it could just be in your own household. So having that fogginess and doing the simple thing is to just take a step back, take the slow, deep breaths, visualize them flowing in and out of your heart, and then experience that calm and ease. Just picture the ease. If you're having trouble doing that, I suggest you go to a YouTube video that lifts your spirits. Perhaps see a photograph of your children or your grandchildren, and think of something that happened to you a while back where you felt energized. Those are all the things you can do to actually break through that fog. And once you do that, then you will see things clearly. My client, it took her 2 hours of me working with her and helping her through the fogginess. And yes, we used the heart-mind alignment practice, the coherence building practice. We actually used a more advanced version of that. Then we used some emotional intelligence techniques where we verbalized our fogginess, and that broke through. That was a breakthrough for her. So she went from everybody at work is against me to, in 2 hours, oh my God, I see so many possibilities. If I could show you all the texts she's been sending me for the past few days about the clarity she's getting. Now, the clarity began after she broke through the fogginess, and it's still coming to her. So if I couldn't share the text with you because it's confidential, but if I could share it with you, you would see the elation in her tone. You could see her possibilities. She's giving me business strategies, and I'm looking at that saying, that's exactly where we want to go, and she's thinking clearly. So that is something you may want to practice. So just go to that place in the heart and experience this deep, calm, loving feeling in your heart. And you will lift that fog and you will push on forward. And let us now practice this technique of lifting the fog. So I'm going to shut my video off here, and I want you to just relax in your seats, and let us place our awareness in the area of our heart. Take slow, deep breaths. Visualize these flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. Now, experience a regenerative emotion. Experience calm, compassion, joy, peace, appreciation, gratitude. Reach for that experience that you've had in the past or you've witnessed in the past where you've actually exhibited these emotions and feelings. Slow, deep breaths. Visualize these breaths flowing in and out of your heart. Breathing a little slower, a little gentler than you normally would. And go into that place of calm, ease, gratitude. Just go there. Train your brain to go there when fogginess happens. And you just do that by going there right after there's some fogginess or unclarity. You go right there. You just go to your heart, take those slow, deep breaths, and you'll navigate your way through that fogginess. Experience this feeling of love, compassion. You are supported. Just experience it. Experience how much supported you are. And that gratitude that comes with that. Then I want to thank the universe. I want to thank my spouse. I want to thank my grandchildren for giving me the gift of this wonderful emotion. I want to thank my friends. I want to thank my coworkers. I want to thank my neighbor, my sister, my brother, whoever, my parents. There's a lot to be grateful for. And every time somebody experiences these emotions, it's a gift because it lifts the fogginess. You become more clear. You become more intelligent. So continue taking these slow, deep breaths. Visualize them flowing in and out of your heart. Experiencing regenerative emotions. As soon as you do that, you've got the world at your feet. Because the universe is there for you to experience joy and compassion. It is not there to beat you down. If you truly believe that, then beyond the fog, there is something amazing. It may not feel like it, may not seem like it, but it will when you do these techniques. Draw it in your heart, deep breaths, and experience them flowing in and out of your heart. And positive emotions. That'll do it. Thank you so very much for joining us today. And it's 9:15, and if you need to leave, please do so. I will be here for a few more minutes to take some Q&A. So feel free to toss those questions in front of me, and I'm happy to take that. So now it's basically Q&A time. All right. So please feel free to do that, and we can certainly answer your question. So while you're doing that, in terms of typing in your questions, what I would like to share with you is service that I do provide, and I'm just going to acknowledge people who are saying hello to me. So yeah, hello Joan from UK. Oh, good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining from there. In Calgary, we're having some inclement weather. We've got some rain here. I trust UK, you guys are used to that stuff. So one of the things I do help individuals, and I have had some much success in that, is a consulting session or a coaching session. If you are experiencing emotions that you can't lift by yourself, then you've taken all the steps, and I would do that. I would take all the steps first. Do your breathing, heart-focused breathing technique, your quick coherence technique, and do that. But if you still can't break through that, then give me a shout. We can set up a session to go over that. Okay? I had an individual from Russia who set up a meeting with me, or a Skype session with me. She had an interpreter, and I felt that it was going to be difficult for me to help her lift her fogginess or lift her state of emotion, just simply because of the translation issue. But we worked through it, and in an hour we figured out that what she was really struggling with, and it lifted immediately, like it was within an hour and a half, was her childhood, something that happened in her childhood that caused her to behave certain ways. And by recognizing that, breaking through that, and knowing that she is a child of the universe, that she has a world at her command, she just lifted her completely. And so if you need that help, please do give me a shout. We can work on that. Yeah. Oh, Joan, very wet and cold here. Yeah, no, I remember London. I was there a while back, and yeah, that's how I remember it. But I love the place. I love the people there. So thank you for joining me. I don't see any questions coming through, so I think until next week, we'll pick a different topic. So thank you for joining me, and look forward to chatting with you next week.